The world around us is full of unusual and unnerving sights that defy explication. Some of them have been that way for hundreds or thousands of years. They might have a history that we don't comprehend or a purpose that we can only theorize. And in today's video, we're taking a closer look at some of those most mysterious ancient places to see what we know and what we don't. Number 15. The Broken Spectre. Germany's Brocken Mountain is best known as the site of the world's first television tower, but that's just one part of its legend. The mountain has been wrapped in folklore for hundreds of years, associated with dark rites and witchcraft. Its unsettling terrain inspired Goethe's writing of Faust, and curious landmarks, like the witch's altar and the devil's pulpit, reinforce its eerie legacy. But the most startling phenomenon here is the Brocken Spectre, which is a super-duper rare visual illusion where the shadow of a hiker appears stretched across mist and sky, crowned with shifting rainbow rings. The scientific term for the effect is solar glory, but knowing the name doesn't lessen its impact. To the unprepared, it feels otherworldly, your own shadow cast impossibly large and radiant in mid-air. Locals have long believed the mountain to be charged with strange power, and this chilling natural projection only deepens that suspicion. Brocken isn't just a scenic mountain. It's a place where science and myth blur into something super surreal. Number 14. Bolshoi Zayatsky Island. No one can say with certainty why ancient labyrinths were constructed on this small island in Russia's White Sea. The Solovetsky Islands are remote and surreal, with stark landscapes and only a few hundred residents. Among them, Bolshoi Zayatsky stands out. Less than a square mile in size, yet covered in dozens of mysterious labyrinths. Some are made of stacked stones, others are shaped from earth, blending into the ground itself. Archaeologists have traced their origins as far back as 30,000 BC, yet they remain remarkably intact. Despite extensive study, their true function is unknown. Many believe they had spiritual significance. Theories range from portals to the afterlife to traps meant to confuse evil spirits, or ceremonial spaces for sacred rites. Whatever their purpose, the island feels like a preserved fragment of an older world. It was once a place of deep meaning, though what exactly occurred there may never be understood. Number 13. The Blue Stone of Russia. Russia has no shortage of sacred stones, but the legendary Blue Stone of Lake Pleshchayevo is the most infamous of them all. Once revered by pagans and traveling tribes, the stone was believed to bring luck to nearby communities until the blessings faded and misfortune began. Locals now say those who touch the stone risk attracting bad luck. The surrounding lake only adds to the mystery, often shrouded in dense fog that has swallowed entire groups of people. An entire team of mushroom hunters vanished without a trace, as did a fully loaded freight train with 23 cars. There were no bodies, debris, or explanation. The fog, it's said, creeps silently from the water and consumes what it touches. This place is great, but fear keeps most visitors distant. Some blame the stone's movement in past centuries. Others think something far older lies beneath. Whether cursed or misunderstood, the stone still sits at the lake's edge. Number 12. Kurgan of Kerch. The royal kurgan, or Tsarsky kurgan in Crimea, was built to honor a powerful ruler, possibly a Scythian king, though no one knows for 100% sure. What's most astonishing isn't the burial mound itself, but the pristine limestone passageway that leads inside. Crafted in unmistakable Greek style, the vaulted corridor appears almost modern, despite being over 2,400 years old. While many kurgans dot the region, none resemble this one in scale or design. Its exceptional preservation is only part of the mystery. The identity of the person buried here remains totally unknown. The chamber was looted long ago, likely by ancient grave robbers, leaving behind only the architecture. Interestingly, Christian markings were later discovered on the inner walls, likely left by early Christians using the space as a secret meeting place during periods of persecution. Whatever lay inside is gone, but the kurgan still stands, solid and intact. Its grandeur unmatched, its origins partially lost, and its story only half revealed. Number 11. Kagami Numa Lake. At the summit of Mount Hachimantai in Japan's northeast sites Kagami Numa, a lake known for a rare, haunting phenomenon. Once a year, during the spring thaw, the lake transforms into what's been called the Dragon's Eye. As ice begins to melt unevenly, a central ring of snow remains intact while the outer edge darkens into open water. The effect creates a startling visual, a pale iris staring out from the lake's surface. The phenomenon lasts only a few days, vanishing as quickly as it forms. Local legend says this is the place where two dragons met in secret long ago, their longing frozen into the landscape. Scientifically, it's explained by temperature gradients and snow density, but that doesn't lessen its impact. The first viral photo of the eye appeared in 2016, and since then, the lake has become a quiet destination for those hoping to catch it in time. Brief, fragile, and strangely emotional, it's nature's rarest glance. Number 10. Glastonbury Tor. While the world knows Glastonbury for its famous music festival, few realize that its location wasn't chosen by accident. The surrounding area has been spiritually significant for centuries. Archaeological digs around Glastonbury Tor have uncovered relics from the Neolithic, Iron Age, Bronze Age, and even Roman periods. On foggy mornings, the hill seems to float above the ground thanks to an optical illusion known as Fata Morgana. The name traces back to the Arthurian sorceress Morgan Le Fay, a nod to the enduring myth that King Arthur himself rests beneath the tower, waiting to return in Britain's hour of need. Some believe the hill hides the Holy Grail. Others say it guards the path to Avalon. Whatever the truth is, Glastonbury Tor continues to draw pilgrims and seekers from across the world. Its beauty is one thing, but it's the quiet weight of mystery that makes it unforgettable. This isn't just a hill. It's an echo from legend. Number 9. Kemun. The Mitanni civilization remains one of the most enigmatic in Mesopotamian history. Most of what we know comes second-hand, filtered through Egyptian or Assyrian sources. They were active between 1500 and 1300 BCE, spoke the Hurrian language, and ruled from a capital called Washukani, whose exact location is still unknown. At their peak, the Mitanni were powerful enough to rival Egypt, and even allied with them briefly against the Hittites. Their last known ruler, Shatawara II, was defeated by Shalmaneser I of Assyria, ending the Mitanni era and absorbing their territory. The ruins of Kemune, a Mitanni palace, may finally reveal more. Though discovered in 2010, they remained submerged beneath Iraq's Mosul Dam until drought lowered the waters in 2018. For the first time, archaeologists could study the site in depth, offering a rare look into a forgotten kingdom. What lies within the remains of Kemun could reshape our understanding of the Mitanni and their place in ancient history. Number 8. Bermuda Triangle of China. China's Haichugo Valley has earned many names over the years, but the one that truly defines its mystery is the Bermuda Triangle of China. This rugged, forested landscape spans steep elevations, sometimes differing by 2 miles from peak to base, and is often cloaked in an eerie, dense fog. Its latitude aligns with the Bermuda Triangle and the pyramids of Giza, leading some to believe the area holds similar unexplained energy. Planes have flown overhead and vanished from radar. Entire military squads are said to have entered and never re-emerged. The local Yi people, who consider the valley sacred, refuse to let outsiders explore too deeply. Their warnings are clear. Whatever lies in the fog should be left alone. Even they tread cautiously, believing contact with it brings misfortune. Full exploration has never been achieved, and no technology has cracked its secrets. To this day, Haijugu remains a completely forbidden spot. Number 7. Magura Cave. Magura Cave near Rabisha, Bulgaria, contains one of Europe's most remarkable collections of prehistoric artwork. It wasn't just a shelter, it was a canvas. Generations of early humans left drawings that stretch across the cave walls from the Neolithic period through the Bronze Age. Some depict hunting scenes and feasts. Others portray rituals involving humanoid figures and animal-headed deities. Archaeologists estimate that the oldest paintings here are over 10,000 years old. One controversial section features a grid of black and white squares that some believe may represent the earliest known solar calendar. The medium of choice wasn't paint, it was bat guano, used like ink. The cave isn't just a gallery, it's a timeline carved by survival and belief. Magura's layers of images suggest continuous use and evolving tradition. While the exact meanings of some symbols remain unclear, their presence alone speaks volumes. The cave holds not just art, but memory, a raw record of life, spirit, and imagination preserved in stone. Number 6. Rakhigarhi. Among the many settlements of the Indus Valley civilization, Rakhigarhi stands out as one of the largest ever discovered. Established between 2600 and 1900 BCE, it lies in present-day Haryana, India, and offers vital insights into one of the world's oldest urban cultures. The Indus Valley civilization, alongside Mesopotamia and ancient Egypt, was among the first great civilizations. Its cities marked by advanced planning, water systems, and trade. Rakhigarhi reflects this sophistication. Excavations have revealed granaries, residential zones, and artifacts like seals and pottery that speak to daily life and ritual practices. Despite its significance, the site remained underexplored for decades. Only recently have efforts intensified to preserve and study it. Archaeologists believe further discoveries here could dramatically expand our understanding of the Indus people, whose script remains undeciphered and whose decline is still debated. Number 5. Rosslyn Chapel. Rosslyn Chapel has stood quietly in Scotland since 1456, but its silence didn't last. After Dan Brown's The Da Vinci Code linked it to the Holy Grail and the Knights Templar, the chapel became a magnet for speculation. While many of the claims are unfounded, there's still much about Rosslyn that defies explanation. It was abandoned from 1592 to 1842, and by the time it was restored, the meanings behind its countless carvings had been lost. Some symbols remain untranslated. Others appear to depict crops that shouldn't have existed in Europe before Columbus reached America. The most cryptic feature lies behind the chapel, a sealed vault with no known entrance. Rumors say it holds everything from Scottish royal treasures to the body of Christ. That's likely a myth, but the vault is real. Rosslyn is layered in riddles, with beauty hiding in every beam and pillar. And for now, its secrets remain untouched, protected by silence and stone. Number 4. The Khat Shabib. Spanning 93 miles across southern Jordan, the Khat Shabib is a little-known ancient wall first documented in 1948. Only recently have aerial surveys revealed its full structure. The wall isn't uniform. Sections feature branching spurs or even twin parallel lines. It stands just 3 to 5 feet tall and was roughly assembled from stacked stones. Though crudely built, its sheer length suggests a serious purpose. Originally thought to be Roman, pottery found nearby predates that era and points to the Nabatean period. As for its function, scholars doubt it was a military defense. Its gaps, short height, and loose construction rule that out. More likely, it marked boundaries between different zones, possibly dividing herding areas from farmland. Still, even this is speculative. Jordanian Bedouins call it one of the works of the old men, a name that fits its elusive past. Despite its scale, Khat Shabib's true origin and intent remain open questions in the shifting sands of history. Number 3. The Taulas of Minorca. Most have heard of Stonehenge, the iconic stone circle of ancient Britain. But fewer know that the Spanish island of Minorca has its own mysterious monuments, taulas, that are equally perplexing. Built by the Talayots, who lived there from the 2nd millennium BCE until the Roman conquest in 123 BCE, these towering stone structures rise across the landscape. When first rediscovered, only their vertical slabs were visible, used by locals as casual benches, hence the Catalan name taula, meaning table. The true function of these monoliths remains unknown. Some scholars think they were temples or ceremonial sites. Others suggest they represent one of the world's most accurate ancient astronomical installations, possibly mirroring the Centaurus constellation. German archaeologist Waldemar Fenn even theorized they tracked lunar phases. Despite the theories, no explanation is confirmed. What is clear, though, is that these stone giants mark Minorca as a place once guided by ritual, observation, and enduring mystery. Number 2. Inunaki Tunnel. It's not ancient, but it is mysterious. In the mountainous region of Kumamoto Prefecture lies the Inunaki Tunnel, an octagonal passage that unsettles nearly everyone who enters. Built in 1915 to support a short-lived railway line between Masaki and Kumamoto, the tunnel cuts through solid rock, with a design that was meant to reduce falling debris. It was a clever idea, but the line saw little use and closed by 1964. For decades, the tunnel was forgotten, until visitors began reporting odd sensations, unexplained chills, and an overwhelming feeling of unease. Its angular structure has been likened to the corridors of a spaceship, though it predates that aesthetic by decades. Locals say the tunnel always had an eerie presence, though no tragedies are officially tied to it. Today, it draws curious travelers and amateur investigators. The air inside is still. The silence stretches too long. And while its history may be brief, it still scares people. Number 1. The Devil's Kettle. At Judge C.R. Magny State Park in Minnesota, there's a waterfall that splits in two, but only one half makes sense. One stream continues its descent like any other. The other flows into a deep pothole and vanishes completely. Scientists have dropped dyes, trackers, and even floating objects into the abyss, all of which disappear without a trace. No device has ever re-emerged. Theories range from underground tunnels to geological pressure crushing everything inside, but none hold up. The water continues to vanish, unaccounted for. Some locals say the second stream is swallowed into a deep fault in the earth. Others lean toward the myth that it's a gateway to somewhere darker. The name, Devil's Kettle, reflects that unease. While one explanation suggests the velocity pulverizes anything dropped in, that still doesn't solve the core puzzle. Where does all the water go? Years of research have offered no answer. If you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you very soon.